I keep on fucking going. Keep on fucking going. Keep on fucking going. Keep on fucking going.
I just wanna have fun. That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike. I just wanna have fun. I just wanna have fun. I just wanna have fun. That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike. I just wanna have fun. I just wanna have fun. I just wanna have fun. That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike. I just wanna have fun. I just wanna have fun.
First time I saw the life, you know I got sick. I ain't even had a bike, I had to cop one. Next day, now I'm sitting on 2.6. Black Huffy with the buffies, had to grab one. Rollin' with the mob, I'm a bad one. Hot spot, rollin' with a bad one. Who can do it like I do it? I don't think none. If you ain't got a bike, go and get one. Riding down the streets with the lights on. Sounds on bang with the tins on. You know I got it, I'ma run it to the end zone. I just wanna have fun when the kids gone. Looking at me dirty, I'm the new guy. Life behind bars, yeah, I'm too high. Everybody say I look like Tupac. I do. All eyes on me, yeah, I won't stop. Now I'm in the life and they know me.
That's right.
2 years ago, ain't nobody know me.
Not at all.
Yeah, I made a name for myself.
Let's get it.
I can't be nobody else but myself.
Me.
I'ma put it in the song, none less.
Let's go.
I'm on my DJ Cali shit, we the best. What you know about it, hit 'em with a part two.
Yeah.
This is bike life, got a bike for
I
it.
just wanna have fun.
That's why I ride on the bike. I ride on the bike.
I just wanna have fun. I just wanna have fun. I just wanna have fun.
That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike.
I just wanna have fun. I just wanna have fun.
Can we all get along without the bullshit? I just came to ride a bike, fuck the bullshit. Everybody talking shit about another club. Bar bouncing, but bouncing with another club. Ugh. I just came to have fun. Smoke weed, drink liquor with my loved ones. I'm the bike life, road cap, king of rap. I just wanna have fun and record that. When I put it on track, I'm the newsman. Breaking news when I hit 'em with the newsman. I'm connected in the streets, I'm a fool man. I be posted on the block like a newsstand.
That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike.
I just wanna have fun.
That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike.
I just wanna have fun.
That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike.
I just wanna have fun.
That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike.
I just wanna have fun.
That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike.
I just wanna have fun.
That's why I ride on the bike. That's why I ride on the bike.
I just wanna have fun.
Sueros. Vegas strong, son.
Like they're hating on the Raiders, but I don't think they understand how big this is going to be. Like this is going to change Vegas. This is going to make this city a sports town. Before people used to come here to party for the nightclubs, for conventions, and I mean people are still, don't get me wrong, conventions is the main thing here. But now with the sports and the football and the little taste that we got, wow. Wow, son.
We didn't even practice that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know what was dope, man? Like, Metro was cool. Everybody was
Metro.
cool. Everybody was behaving.
Yes.
And that was the thing where I was like, hey, man, like, it can work. It can happen. Like,
It can happen.
Don't fall into the hype of, like, oh, Raiders and all, man. Experience it for yourself. Actually go out there. This is bringing people traveling right now. This is bringing people to our city. So Monday was a dope ride. Shout out. We started off at Ralphie's
Bike Shop.
Yeah, that was a dope ride. So that was cool. And Wednesday, you got to ride the tall bike ride.
Yes.
And 4 blocks. Is that what
Guy? Wednesday nights. Oh, what the hell? Well, anyways, Wednesday nights. Sorry, we're watching the Laker game also. So Wednesday nights has been freaking. It's getting bigger and bigger. The tall bike ride from Los that he does it, and he's got a bunch of people that help him out also. The Wednesday night rides are getting bigger and bigger. I was able to be all the way in the back, and I literally saw 4 blocks of people. So if y'all come during the week, you better come and check it out, because Wednesday night rides is the shit. Just letting y'all know right now, Hey, did you see this girl named Viola?
Oh yeah, I know. I know who you're talking about. Oh my God, that's skills.
Skills. It's this. We got sent this video. We got shown this video, and we wanted to share it with everybody because. Okay. Okay. Cool. So, man. There is no way in hell.
Son, I'm already getting a cramp just looking at that.
Yeah, I don't even know how she does it.
My God.
But apparently it's artistic cycling or something like that.
That's skills.
That's a thing. That's skills.
I mean, I got the butt cheeks for it, but son, I don't know if I could ride. I mean, look at that.
All right.
Look at that.
No, it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Hey, but I some of the BMX dudes can, but hey, this right here?
This, yeah.
This take it back to the 80s,
no,
son.
it ain't happening.
This rad.
But we wanted to share that. We wanted to share that with you because it was fucking interesting.
Yeah, man, that's dope as hell.
And
that's skills.
Okay, yeah, let's just keep it obvious. Yeah, it's a pretty girl on the bike and she spins around, but the just riding the bike that way.
Yo,
there's no. I feel like she's like in the movie. She should be in the movie Quicksilver 2.0.
That's exactly what that looks like, man, like a movie.
Yeah, Quicksilver 2.0.
There it is. But yeah, man, that's
so we wanted to share that with you guys. What else did we? Oh, last week, since we had a great show, we had a fantastic show. We actually passed over for the bike of the week. So we wanted to show you guys what the bike of the week for this week is. So we're going to show Danny's son and let Danny talk about his bike of the week.
Yep. So this one I saw come up on the internet. Yeah, this is a very cool build. Brian Palmer is the owner. But I mean, it has like an old school those wheels.
Those wheels.
You remember those wheels?
I know about those wheels.
Yeah, they've been around.
Yes.
So you know what I mean? Like these.
Made by Frank Flores in Mexico.
Yeah. So
yes. So there's a builder.
Yeah, and just the handlebars is cool as hell. The back seat, just everything about it is interesting. It has that old school look, but with the new school feel.
He did a good job.
Yeah, I like it, and I know a lot of people dig it. So yeah, man, I was really digging it, and that's why I picked it. Like I said, them handlebars, son.
It is a dope bike. It is a dope bike. Those wheels are dope. I sold them those wheels, but yeah, but those wheels are dope. Oh, actually,
like it fit perfect. Like to me, like it looks like it landed in the right, like on the frame.
Yeah.
Like it just kind of met.
He actually won those. I believe it was on Billy Bueno's. That's why I put it on. I put it on Billy Bueno's, which is a badass fucking raffle spot.
Yeah.
But I put him on there, and he ended up winning them. So that was dope.
Yeah.
And now to mine. Let's see. Ooh, his ankle broke. And now to mine. Oh, we got over here. We got Pookie's bike here. It's a 1941 Elgin. You came at me with that bike, and I was like, fuck, I have no idea what to come up with. And there's this bike, Pookie's bike from Chicago. Shout out to Pookie and Mad Dog and the Chicago brothers out there and Bobby and everybody. But Pookie had this bike. I saw this bike in person here at OBC, I believe it was, and it was such a dope bike. So you came at me with that, so I had to come at you swinging with this one. So congratulations to Pookie on this one. We'll post this on our Facebook so you guys can take a look at it, and you guys can, check out their Facebook.
So this one's been here in Vegas?
That one's been here at OBC.
Son.
Yeah. That was a dope bike.
And they're on here live, too.
And they're on here live, man.
Hey,
You've already
shout
gotten
out.
2 bikes already on here, Pookie. What
Damn.
the hell? Damn.
You guys got to get us to Chicago.
I know.
Adopt us.
Yeah, adopt us. We go fund me to Chicago.
Yeah.
Me and Danny. Let's go, please. Please, before it gets cold.
But yeah, laughing but very
Oh,
serious.
Gary Winston's sleeping. Winston. Gary Winston.
Damn.
I love you. All right, so what else we got? We got rides going on. Let's see. September 29th, next week. Badass babes on bikes.
Damn, the Triple B?
The Triple B, guy. The ladies are riding. Their ladies say, you know what? Screw you guys. We're going to do our own ride. No guys allowed. Only ladies. And so there's a few drag queens that ride in the regular rides, and then they want to dress up to go ride with the girls. I'm like, nah, dog. Ain't happening. But, yeah, the girls are going to do their own ride, which is going to be freaking great. So hopefully my girlfriend and all the other girls get to go and ride this ride.
Cool.
Out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then the next ride, you go ahead and explain that one.
So this is Monster Mash. This is out in San Antonio, Texas. There's the info. Hit them up. Looks like there's some money, son. So if you're trying to get some of that action,
I would like money.
yeah, if you're trying to get some of that action, check out the info and hit them up.
Yep. So that's that one. And then October 2nd, always a familiar ride. They always hook it up on that ride every first Friday of the month. Apparently, it's going to be Martin's birthday. And they're actually raffling off a bike. So if you're out here next Friday, first Friday ride, they're raffling off a bike. I do not know how much the tickets are right now off of my head, but this is their flyer. And so, Martin, happy birthday, and hope you get another helmet. My dude. And then we got one more ride, the Arizona Arizona and Toy Drive. With the Syndicate and the Peapods. It's fucking gonna be dope. If y'all haven't gone to Arizona to go ride, I'm telling you, it's freaking awesome out there. And old Scottsdale, Arizona, it's flat. Arizona is flat, guys. It's wonderful out there. It's flat. They have a lot of cool spots to go to. They're gonna have like a bike show, big prizes, all kinds of stuff there. So I'm planning to go to that one. So it's gonna exclusive. Hopefully, all of us will go to that one.
Hey, but don't be fooled, man. They got some good hiking spots out in Arizona.
They got but I ain't hiking. I'm riding my bike.
But yeah, man. So rides, if you got rides, if you got something going on, something big, some small, whatever, man, just hit us up.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
The other thing we got shout outs now. We got Jimmy Peak, of course. Jimmy Peak's last week's show was freaking awesome.
Yeah, that was dope.
It was. It felt really good to have someone of his caliber onto this show, and he really enjoyed it, and he was real organized with his footage and everything. So shout out to Jimmy Peak. So if y'all don't know about bikes and want to learn some things about some bikes, he doesn't know everything like he says he doesn't know everything, but he knows some shit. So just listen to him because he knows some shit. So check him out.
Yep.
And then the other one is that we got Mask Up, sucker. That's another sponsor right here. Oh, yeah, my boy Eddie Wilson with the Pedals Up podcast mask, guy.
Damn.
Oh, my God. My boy.
Nice.
He called me up today. We chopped it up, and we were talking about our bills because we're real secretive, and that's like my sensei. I talked to him first, but I was like, hey, I'm going to do this. So he was like, cool. And then when he answered the phone, he had a Pedals Up podcast mask, guy.
Nice.
So mask up, sucker.
Man, shout out to Eddie.
Yeah, so check it out on Instagram, Mask Up Sucker, and we have a bunch of masks. Hey, don't be a dick. Just wear the mask. I'm just telling you. Just don't be a dick. Wear a mask. And the
sir.
Pedals Up podcast masks are $10. All the other masks are 12. Just letting you know. So, I guess it's gonna be what else? Gonna be time now? Should we bring the man out?
Of course.
Should we
Let's do
just
it.
should we just do this?
I'm excited.
Oh man, here we go. Here we go. So we got Aaron Gonzalez from Stilo Kustomz. This guy is one of the guys that me and Danny do talk about, and when it comes to building, because we may talk about Jimmy P, we may talk about Robert, and just high end builders, but don't ever sleep on Aaron, because in Stilo Kustomz, because he's doing some stuff that a lot of people are not doing, and he does a lot of one-off stuff, so that's fucking dope. So here he is, Mr. Aaron Gonzalez. Hello, Aaron.
Son.
Hi. 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 Hey, Ron. They told me right here. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. That's what they told me to say. What's up, my dude? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm glad to be on here, bro. Thank you for the invite.
Hey, man, no problem, man. Like we said, we've always admired your bikes. There's one particular bike that me and Danny do like, and it's the one that Pookie has. What was it called? I forgot. Oh my God, the Superstar, the Ghetto Superstar. Yeah,
The
that
Ghetto
one.
Scrambler, no?
Ghetto
What you call
Scraper. Or, you know what? Pookie's bike. Well, anyways, we like that bike, so we always talk about that bike. So I'm glad that you came on.
Well, that's all Pookie, man, because yes, I supply a raw frame, but man, I think he just knocked it out of the park. I don't think
Yes.
it could have been built up any better.
Yeah. He did really good on that. I guess he won that on a raffle, correct? Was it 2 years
No,
ago?
I actually delivered to him. He flew out to Arizona, and I went out there for a ride, and I delivered it to him, and he took it home.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even let him on the plane. They said it was too long, and they had a hard time getting it back home.
Oh, that sucks. But he got it home, and he hooked that shit up. Sick.
Yeah.
Another
he did
one.
good.
Another one, Pookie. That's two already, guy, on here. Bike of the week, guy, and then we're still talking about it. And so then, we got, what is this bike, the one that's coming on right here? What's this one called?
That's the fleet line. So a lot of my inspiration I get from cars, and I look at body lines, and that's kind of where I pull a lot of my inspiration from. You know what I mean? So cars, I like curves, so
You do like
I just,
curves. You do like curves. I seen
It has that, and like I was telling you earlier, like when we were talking a little bit ago, like I was telling him, like I like his builds. Like a lot of when I started following him, he was chopping up just regular bikes that you can buy anywhere, OfferUp, Craigslist, whatever, but just chopping them up and actually stretching them, making them look like an actual custom frame. Where I was like, what?
Yep.
Like just like that. That's how you do it. Because he was leaving the paint, he wasn't scraping, so it would kind of like it let you see how it was. He was building it, but he makes it look easy because it's not. Because a lot of people try and from welds and just from bends and from everything. Like it's just like you'll find out like it's not that easy. So you have that touch, man. You've been putting in that work, and like your frames in the back pretty much just show where you're at now, because you've come a long way from when you started. And like you were telling me that there's been times you want to give up, man, but like I'm telling you, like from when you first started to where you're at now, like myself and I bet you a lot of people see that you're pretty much up in the level where with a lot of custom builders now or a frame, like they're up there now where they're contenders, man. So I mean, tell us a little bit about how you got started and to where you're at now.
So as far as the builds goes, I have a funny story. As far as me getting into the custom bikes, I didn't really know nothing. I didn't know too much about it. At the time, there wasn't really social media, and there was a local guy named Billy Bueno, and this guy was doing Duke City Cruisers, and he was always posting rides on Craigslist. And so it's funny because I ended up giving him a call one time, and I was like, well, I want to go on this ride. And so I called, or I actually emailed him at the time, and I was like, "Hey, bro, like, when does this ride start?" And he's like, "Hey, is this the guy that sold, that was selling this Electra bike?" And at the time, I didn't have that Electra. When I sold that bike, it was a year and a half prior to that. And I was like, what the hell? This guy knew that I had an Electra a year and a half ago. He remembered me. He remembered my email. You know what I mean? And I was like, I was kind of hesitant in even going on the ride because I was like, how did he even remember that bike? You know what I mean? And so Billy's actually kind of got me into the bike scene, and he's always held it down here. And as far as, we ended up starting the Oddfellas um, with my cousin Gil. He ended up moving to Texas, and he wanted to keep us together. He was like, let's open an Instagram, and so that's how Oddfellas came along. It was me, Billy, and Gil that started it. And as far as the builds, at the time, I had a McCargy. It was a McCargy, and at the time, I was in love with fire bikes. I saw an FBR online. It was all black with it had billet rims on it, and I was like, man, I gotta have one of those. And at the time, I think the FBR was going for like $700 or $800 at the time, and I was like, I couldn't get myself to just break bread and actually spend the money on something like that. But I was willing to chop up or find steel wherever I could find it. At the time, there was only one lady that had a roller in town, and I was buying up everything that she had. She had already rolled pieces, and she's all, well, I have these pieces. So that's all I had to work with at the time. So I couldn't roll. I didn't know where to get a roller. I didn't know anything. So I would just lay the pieces out, and whatever I could come up with at the time, that's what I had, and that's kind of where I started. And a buddy of mine at the city kind of taught me how to weld. And at the time, I was always taking him things. I was like, hey, bro, can you weld this together? Can you weld this? And he's like, what are you making? And I was like, it's a bike. And he's like, okay, all right. And so he ended up getting another job. And he's like, he kind of tapped me on the shoulder, and he was like, you're on your own, buddy. Like, I can't help you no more, because he lived about 2 hours away. And so that's where I ended up getting a welder. And I was like, well, shit, it's either sink or swim at that time, or at that point anyway, so I ended up just going for it, bro, and I never looked back. A lot of times I would fail, or I would say, man, I can't do this, or I'd get so frustrated to the point where I didn't want to do it. But then I would go to sleep, and I would wake up, and I would say, I wouldn't take.
Yep.
I was like, I need to get this done. I need to see it through, and that's kind of been my whole mentality, is just kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this, and if I mess up, then at least I tried. And I believe anybody could do this, but it's just they have to just believe that they can, and they just don't give up. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of why I post, because I remember watching other people build, and I was like, man, I hope at some point I could get to that point. And I still think that I'm still the same person from when I started. I hear a lot of things like, Billy always tells me, or a lot of people are like, oh, you got something, but like, it just, I'm like, oh, you're just my friend. You're always saying that just because, you're my buddy or whatever. But I don't know, man. I love it. It's a passion, and I don't ever see myself stopping. I get frustrated at times, but I guess that just comes with the territory, I guess. Of,
Yeah. No, that's
know?
good, man. That's good. It's like anything. Like, when you're creative on something. You've had certain conversations and in the past.
Yeah.
But when you are a creative person, because you're a creative person, I'm a creative person. Danny's a creative person when he comes with his videos. I'm a graphic designer, so I'm very creative when I do my stuff. And I understand when you mean that you go to sleep and then you have to wake up because you have this idea, or I gotta finish it. Or you just work late. Like, my hours are all messed up because I end up working really late on my computer on just graphic designs and stuff like that. And that's what I do. Like, my mind works more at night like that. But yeah, it's when you're in love, when you really have a lot of passion into something, man, you just got to go for it all the way. Jimmy Peak, all you guys, if I really knew how to fucking make these damn frames, watch out.
But that's the thing is like you got to take that first step.
You gotta take that first
It's
step.
hard work.
It
It's
is.
hard work. It's just every day doing, like messing up. Like you're
Yep.
gonna mess up a lot. You're gonna mess up a lot. Like you're gonna mess up. Like you're gonna fail. You're gonna stuff isn't gonna work.
Yep.
Like all that has to happen. You have to learn. You have to go through that. That's your paying dues. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
have to. And then right now, another thing again of why I like what he does is you're working from home. You do this like in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it keeps you humble. You don't have to be the biggest, baddest shop to have the coolest shit pumping out of it. It's just really you. You are what makes the difference. And a lot of people kind of might base it on like, well, I'm not making like the money isn't like, or whatever, the time or whatever. So we were talking about like, hey, you have a job, you do what you do. So when you do this, it's not like you're trying to not do stuff for people or that you're not trying to, but you do this when you can, how you can. So, I mean, so for people that
Yeah.
are wondering like, hey, I want something from him, I mean, kind of explain to people how you kind of work so they know what your get down is with the whole Stilo customs and everything. So they know how to approach you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, as far as that goes, so I have a full-time job. I have a daughter, and a lot of times, this I don't get to get in here. There's my baby girl right there. Um, yeah, yeah, I don't always get to get in here and just build all the time. And then the weather is a factor here in New Mexico. If it's not hot, then it's cold, and if it's not windy, and building outside, that's a big factor on when I can build and when I can't, and if I don't have daylight. I mean, there's so much factors that come into it, and then there are times when life kind of gets the best of you, and you just don't have it in you to build that day, or and it's just it's hard to juggle. You know what I mean? And like I said, if I can do this all the time, I would. But it's with me, you gotta keep on. I mainly deal with Instagram. That's pretty much all. Most of the time, that's what I'm on. And you just if you want something, you gotta DM me and just kind of check in on me, and just continue to check in on me. That way, um, I do have a lot of people that do hit me up, and some people are serious, some people aren't. It's hard to juggle, especially with everything else. But this is my number one passion, and I just, like I said, I'm not gonna stop. And if you ever just continue to reach out, that's the only thing that I can say. And that way, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, he wants this frame, he wants this frame. But that's another thing too, is I really don't like to make the same frame over and over and over again, because I have about 10 different frames in my head right now that I'm like, oh, I have a new idea, and so I want to continue to move forward, and I don't want to just continue, and there's nothing wrong with that. But with me, it's just, I want to put that new idea out, or to me, it's just that it drives me. You know what I mean? The creativity part and the passion, it drives me. I just don't want to just do the same thing over and over again, because at the end of the day, it's not. I mean, yes, I do make some money, but at the end of the day, it's not about me just putting out a bunch of frames. It's me creating something new and creating something. Yeah, exactly. And that's
what it is.
exactly how I look at it. You know what I mean? It's pure art to me, and it's fun, and it's to be able to get something and pull it out of my head and make it into a reality, bro. And then actually put some wheels on it and step back, and it's just, oh man, bro, there's no greater feeling.
I can only imagine how that feeling is. I mean, because when you guys create these things out of metal, and then you guys bend, Jimmy, Robert, Anthony, all you guys, when you guys are building these damn things, it's insane what you guys can come up with. So you guys are all true artists with metal, and big time artists.
That's another thing. If you don't like your stuff low, do not do not contact me. Bro, it's gonna scrape. It's gonna hit. I'm sorry, but that's just my stilo. That's just my style. So
so if you want a low bike, you call him. You caught Aaron. You caught Stilo Custom
Yeah,
for a low bike.
But look
Do
how
not
hard
think
that
about
is,
it.
man. That
It's
shit is
so
hard.
hard.
That shit is
So
hard.
hard, guy.
I was telling him earlier that his style reminds me of what was it when I say
Oh,
Cobra?
you said Cobra with Rambo in
with
it.
Rocky, with Rocky.
Rocky in it.
I was like, hey, with
I was
the
like-
intro when he's coming up with that great car, I'm like, that's what it reminds me of. His style has that look. It's just like a raw. Like I don't know. It's not. I mean, it's kind of rat rodish, but not really. Like it has its own style. It's more like I don't know, like some shit you would see in like Dick Tracy. You know what I'm saying? Like it has that look to it where it's not futuristic and not retro, but it just has that. I don't know, man. It has your own style, I guess.
Said Cobra with Rocky in it.
Rambo, son. Right? Yeah, Rocky.
Rocky. I was dying when he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Everyone, like, Art Ramirez always says that, all bikes have lives. And, when you make them, you completely come up from one bike and you chop it up and then make it completely looking, complete different looking bike, which is freaking awesome.
Man, I seen
How
him
you
build
do
the bike like for one of his tall homies. Like it just made like a super like a big frame bike and shit.
yeah?
But they look cool.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't look like weird. It just looks like a normal bike, but just big. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It didn't have like
Yeah.
a big. Yeah. And it must
Yeah, I
be
think
crazy.
he was 6'5", 350 pounds, bro. I couldn't even test ride the bike. I
That's
couldn't
a
reach
big
the
boy.
That's
pedal.
a big man right there. That's
Yeah.
a big
Yeah, he's a
man
big
right
guy.
there.
Yeah, so it must be crazy to see some of your bikes too, man. When people take them and then they add their own touch to it, then just kind of add their own flavor and everything to it, huh?
Well, that's what I love about the bike scene is that, like, you can give a raw frame and then somebody just puts their own style and their own touch and it just kind of, their bike resonates or like it's just kind of, the personality kind of comes out with the bike. You know what I mean? Some people like rat rods, some people like the shiny stuff, and it just kind of matches your personality or it just kind of goes with the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And-
I'm all
Yeah.
shiny all day. All shiny
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah. So I bet you had the white K Swisses back in the day. You're always cleaning them and
Oh yeah, I had everything. My shoes always had to be clean, and if I run out of shoe cleaner, then I use shaving cream. that
Yeah.
shit works. That shit works, though.
Yeah.
Don't think that doesn't. That shit works. But yeah, that was back in the day stuff. But yeah, man, the bikes you build, man, they have a certain personality. I mean, you can
Yeah.
Some of them are so different from another that you have to really pay attention to certain curves or certain thing. Like your bikes are really low.
Yeah.
Robert from HB, he has that certain that lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Jimmy Pete's got the little little
The
thing
little
right
point.
under. Yeah, the points. He's like points, and he likes the point like
Yeah.
right behind the seat. So like everyone has their look, but yours is one of those. It's like I gotta look at it and then have to be like, did he build that one or not? It's like, oh yeah, he did build it because it's fucking low,
Yeah.
And I enjoy them. I got to ride.
Well,
I
that's
got to ride
genius
that
right
bike.
there.
And Billy Bueno right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rode that bike. That bike was dope. That was a dope.
That's a rock star. Jimmy Peak built that one there.
Yeah.
But it does got my speed though. So
It's
but yeah, that frame is bad, bro.
that's a badass frame. And then what? So how long you been riding with Oddfellas?
So we started about 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
And yeah, about 4 years ago, and I decided to just kind of break off, to separate what I'm doing as far as fabrication, just kind of separate Oddfellas, and I went with Stilo. And so I just felt that I needed to detach from my builds and everything that I'm fabricating,
Yes.
because eventually I like to get into whether it's gates or furniture or something like that. I mean, I have so much things going on in my head where, I mean, the bikes will always be my number one, but as far as everything else, I mean, maybe someday I'll take it, as far as, I don't know. I mean, I work for the city now, but if it ever came to the point where I could do this full time, then, I may take it there at some point.
Yeah.
But I had to detach from the Oddfellas because that's our club. But I still, like I said, I wanted to kind of highlight what I'm doing as far as fabrication and the custom framework and stuff like that. So um,
And,
yeah,
and, and for those of you that know Aaron, he had an other name called Wayne's Wiggle. So this is Wayne's Wiggleworth, people. This is
yeah.
he changed it. He changed it to his real name, but this was Wayne. So whenever you guys saw that Wayne's, this is him. This is
Well,
him.
Billy came up with that name. I was like, Bill, can you do the whole Facebook thing? I
Freaking
need a
Billy.
page for the build off, and he decided to I don't know. Maybe he thought I looked like a Wayne's Wigglesworth. I don't know. Maybe he just did. Yeah,
So
I don't
off,
know.
way
I don't
off.
know.
It's like Samsonite, way off.
Hey, remember Raleigh Fingers, the baseball player, the pitcher?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
He'll grow his mustache out like that. So I was just like Raleigh Fingers, Wayne
That's
So
funny.
for everybody that don't know, that's Billy Bueno right there. That's Mr. Billy Bueno right there. Just letting
That's
y'all
my
know.
guy right here.
So if
He's the
y'all
one
want,
that got
yes, yeah. So if y'all want some cool shit, it's because of that guy. Hey, I just wanted to say something real quick. I want to just give a quick shout out real quick before I forget because I'm only getting so many comments here. I wanted to give a shout out real quick to Oscar Chopper from Spain. He's always freaking reposting pictures of everybody out in Spain. I just wanted to give him a shout out. I always wanted to give a shout out to Hawk because he's got a lot of pictures, and sometimes of the pictures that I use belong to him, and so I'm just giving him a shout out on that too. And the other shout out that I have right now, and that's a great shout out, and I just saw that he came on, J Rod and his girl for having a baby. Congratulations, congratulations, y'all had a baby. Congratulations. So I just want to give a shout out. Okay, back to the show. before I forget those, I just wanted to say
Hey,
that.
there's a little shout out I want to give to Chad over at Chop Chop. Man, I'm glad that he's clear from cancer, and he's another one that helps me continue to build. I mean, he supplies a lot of the head tubes, the bottom brackets. Same with Don LaRue, with Gearhead. I mean, without those two guys, I couldn't do what I do. You know what I mean? A lot of us couldn't do what we do. I mean, I'm sure they could source out, but those guys do take care of us. And like with Chad, I'm glad, bro. I'm glad to hear that he's clear from cancer. And yeah, bro, that made me happy to hear that news.
Yeah, that's
Cool,
great news.
That's great news. That's
Yeah.
super good news. I mean, this is what I like about our bike life community, man. It's like when we see something, we'll say it, we'll congratulate somebody. Hey, somebody's going through some times. Everybody goes together and helps that person out as much as they can. When two guys need airplane tickets to Chicago, it may happen. I'm just saying it may happen. We're just waiting for that to happen. I'm just saying, but no, it's a really cool thing that we at least we have a platform that we can actually talk about things and problems, positive things, give shout outs. So I mean, this is why we're doing it, and we bring somebody like you, that's building in your house, and you're doing your thing, and you're doing badass bikes. We want to highlight that. We want to highlight builders like you.
This is another story. Even this is why I ended up staying in this whole bike scene. I love it because, like you said, we always rally around, whether it's a good cause. Even with JP, like how they all made that frame and they got him all the tools back when he got, when they broke into his place. And it just, with this bike scene, I remember the first big ride I ever went on was Tour de Fat, and Tony with Tortuga, bro, he offered his house, bro. At the time, I needed some cones for my jig. He was the first one that reached out. He made me the cones, and he's like, don't worry about it. He sent them to me. It's the hospitality in this bike scene, bro. I've never ever experienced it anywhere else
No.
like this. What we have in the bike scene, and it's I always say, it's the bikes that bring us together, but it's the people that make us stay. You know what I mean? Because there's so much good people in this scene, and it's bro, like I said, the hospitality and how people rally around each other, it's cool, man, and it's just makes you want to do it. Like when you get the opportunity to give back, it's a good feeling. You know what I mean? Because you know that it's going to good people. You know what I mean? That's all I could say, man. Like I'm not going nowhere because of that reason as well. You know, because I wanna contribute at some point. I'll be making frames and I'll be donating them and helping other people, and that's hopefully where I can take it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we'll see.
And that's what it's all about, guys. I mean, we all have something that we want to share and stuff like that, and this is where it is, you know.
Yeah.
I love it. I've been playing paintball for like 12 years, and then I stopped, and then because I fell in love with the bike life stuff, and I haven't gone back to paintball. I played a couple times, but it's not the same. And the friends that I've met in this this bike life community has been like, wow. I met a lot of you. You all know who you are. Even if I talk to you one time, you're still my friend, guy.
And the thing too is
You
like
know?
it works both ways. If you come to someone and then you like, hey man, you know what? They didn't help me out. Fuck them. And you go to this person and talk shit. Hey, a lot of these people know each other just because
yeah.
you think that hey, stuff gets around too. So that
Stuff
stuff
gets
too
around.
is like don't think that just you know what I mean. Like that's another thing too.
Watch
is like
what you say.
it's a double-edged sword sometimes.
Yep.
So,
Watch what you say.
Yeah.
but I mean, for the most part, everybody's cool though, man. I mean, there's not too much of that. So, but when there is, whatever, it gets on its own. Just kind of, I don't know.
Can we see more of the comments here, so we can, yeah, I can't see. So what we got going on here, everybody, so y'all know is that we have this big ass TV, but then we have all the comments on there. But we were watching the Laker game was on, and the Lakers won apparently because my engineer is jumping up for joy. So the Lakers won. I just want to let y'all know. Okay, so yeah, so we wanted to scroll down and get some stuff that we have on here with with certain people. Who else is on here? Wait, what did Pedro say? Fuck yeah, exactly, bro. Odds the people. Odds the people? Oh, okay, never mind. And he did say that, Pedro said, yeah, go on Billy Bueno's and use up your whole paycheck. Because it happens.
Hey, feed your kids, man. Feed your kids.
No, but hey, thank you everyone who's always tuning in. I mean, this means a lot, and a lot of the stuff that you guys are hearing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why we're doing this, to give people platforms to really talk about this, because
Yes.
I know a lot of you can relate to this. Like,
Yes.
I know a lot of you can really relate to this, and this is pretty much this is, I don't know, just it's a good feeling to really see all the comments and just everyone always checking in week after week. I mean, there's a lot of you. Sometimes we miss out and we don't say the names, and we don't do it on purpose. It's just that we get into, like, a lot of times
guest,
just listening to them talk is really cool, just to hear their stories,
Yeah.
because a lot of times it's like just as you're hearing it, we're hearing it. So we're taking it in as it comes. So again, thank you everyone who's always tuning in. I mean, because it really means a lot to us. you
Yeah,
know?
I look forward to Thursdays. I look forward. Thursday in itself it's so much work to get this show going and make sure that our guest is properly shown with all his bikes and everything like that. And with Stilo, I literally sat there for like about an hour and a half looking at all of his Instagram pictures and bikes and all this stuff.
And I
Like,
mean,
gosh,
and you guys
man.
don't know and don't see, but Tony puts in a lot of work. Like he does to get a lot of the guests on. I mean, because I don't have a lot of you as Facebook friends. I don't have, because I wasn't about reaching out to people. I didn't care. Like, I mean, it sucks to say it, but I don't care who you are, what you've built, or none of that. None of that impresses me. I'm like, well, what you do in real life, son, that's what impresses me more, of what you're really doing as a person, not just the bike. So that means this much to me, but as I'm getting to know people, I'm like, hey, you know what? Like, a lot of these people are just like me. I can relate to a lot of the people. A lot of them come from the same place I come from. So Tony's helped me, and a lot of other people kind of been helping me now where break that barrier where I'm not as standoffish and always mad dogging, or just, you know what I'm saying? Because I come from a different kind of just background where it's just, I used to get hit up a lot, you know what I mean? It's just that gang era when you grow up in that stuff. It's just, hey, it's just a different mentality you have. So I had a little bit different mentality, but Tony reaches out. He puts in a lot of work to get a lot of these guests on here. So I mean, that's another thing too, is like, it's a lot of work that goes behind this, man. So thank you again, man. Everyone that's been checking in, yeah, man.
And Danny does all the videos, and it's great. And then with like we said, we have talked about off camera with Aaron and he is a cool dude to actually have a long conversation with, and he is a very, Aaron, you're a very humble dude, man. I'm telling you right now, you're a very, very humble dude. You're not, you don't have that negativity when I talk to you, or anything like that. Like you're a very humble guy. So whatever life brings to you, my man, I really hope that it comes to you in abundance. Okay, because you're a good dude, man. I'm telling you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Okay, don't let anybody ever think. Don't ever let anybody say anything else about it. It's just you are a humble dude.
You guys are all coming with me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man, we're doing. Oh yeah, you'll see. Yeah. So anyway. So
what is it?
no,
Couple
but
things.
so where you said? Did you already ask him where's this best place to?
Well, I mean, you were saying Instagram, right? That's the
Instagram?
best place to reach you. Is pretty much
Yeah.
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, Stilo Kustomz with the Z, so it's just all one word.
Okay.
So a lot of times, mostly normally just post. I just post bike stuff. A lot of times, sometimes I'll be posting stuff at work, or if I'm bored or whatever, I'll put it on my stories or whatever. But for the most part, I'm still trying to get to the point where there's a lot of tools that I've been coming up on. Because at the beginning I was a big fan of a lot of these bike builders. So as soon as I got a little extra money, I would buy all their frames, and I would buy more bikes and more bikes. And at the time, I was like, well, man, like, if you want to get better, you need to buy these other tools. Stop buying bike parts. Or, Billy would come with me, or he'd come to my house, and he's like, hey, do you want to buy a box of parts? And I'm like, yeah, I'll buy them all. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah,
so,
I think I bought 2 cases like that before. Also, yeah, I think we've all gone through that.
a lot of times, and it got to the point where I'm like, if you want to get better and progress as a builder and as an artist, you got to invest in yourself. And that was something that it took a little bit for me to catch on, but now it's like, okay, well, I have these ideas in my head, and it's like, how am I supposed to build that if I don't have this certain tool?
Yep.
Or if it. So now I'm finally getting there to where I'm starting to get better tools and stuff like that. So hopefully it'll start showing in my frames and everything that I do. My turnover rate will be better. So if you do hit me up if you do hit me up, it's not going to take me a few months. Because like I said, I still need to get tools. I'm still doing it the hard way. I have so much scars because I've been trying to cut with my angle grinder when I should have got a chop saw, or I should have bought these other tools.
Yeah.
But I'm over here trying to make things work with just an angle grinder. And to me, I've spent hundreds of dollars in hospital bills. If I would have just invested in the tools, the proper tools, then I wouldn't have went through these accidents or hurt myself or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's just like I said, hopefully I can get it there. Where
you will.
I can start flipping these out.
No, don't ever say hopefully. You will. When I get it, yeah.
It's patience, Daniel.
Yeah, it's patience, Daniel. Son. You'll get it. You'll get it, my friend.
It doesn't happen overnight, man. It's coming, man. It's coming.
It's coming. So I mean, now people got to understand who you are. Where your club is a club, and then you're building bikes. But you ride with Oddfellas. So for those of you, if you guys want some badass fucking low bikes, Stilo Kustomz is the place to go. Aaron right there, that's him right there. And if you need,
just be patient. Be patient with me.
Because it's an art. It's an art. So he really does what he needs to do. Let's scroll down a little bit and see what who we got in here. Lee McKenna's loving the Hard Rock School. Okay.
Daryl, what's up, man?
What's up, Daryl? Oh, Daryl the trash man. Love the trash man, Daryl says. Who else we got? Pedro. What did Pedro just say? Pedro said, I still need my New Mexico chilies. LOL. Okay, that's between y'all. I'm going to leave that one alone.
There's Rudy on there. He's always calling me coconut because I don't know Spanish. You're always talking to me in Spanish, and I laugh. But half the time, I don't even know what you're saying. So, I don't think you realize that.
I didn't realize that. I'm talking to you in Spanish. You should have told me. You know how many times I had this conversation with this man, and I just break out in Spanish because that's just what happens. And I'm like, all right, And then the funny thing, he just shakes his head and says yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So
Now,
Rudy calls me coconut because he's like, you're brown on the outside, but you're white on the inside. So there's another name to me. You know what I mean? So
so
yeah. So what's up, Rudy? And yeah, shoot. That's
Kevin,
cool, man.
Kevin Rindham's over here. Michelle Syndicate's always in here.
Arizona.
Arizona's always in here. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my brother because he just bought himself a new 2015 red freaking lifted ass truck. And he's only about this tall, but he's got a big ass truck.
He's gonna be troqueando.
He's gonna be troqueando.
Yeah,
So shout out to my brother Greg and his girl Susan for getting a new truck, and shout out to my girlfriend Nancy that's getting her nails done right now. But
Yeah, Robert Blea too, man. He's
Robert.
another one who kind of paved the way. You know what I mean, for a lot of us.
Another guy that I want to get on here is in due time is Gary Winston. It's Weston. It's Gary Weston, but I call him Winston. But one of these days, because I fell in love with his nerves, and I keep seeing him on here. So yeah. So stay tuned with that guy.
Hey man, this is
it.
It's been a great episode.
Oh
man.
my gosh, dude!
Another one.
Tune in next week because it's gonna be a look, guys. I'm telling you right now, y'all don't want to miss this episode. And if y'all watching this episode, bring somebody new, okay? Bring somebody new in the bike life because this man that's about to come on next week, he is the gatekeeper of people buying stuff for hella cheap if you win. So it's Billy Bueno's is coming on next week. Special guest right there from the Oddfellas on the Billy Bueno's random prize drawing master. That's what I called him. Now I did that. Yep, I did that right there. But if y'all, I'm telling y'all want to make sure that you bring somebody new so that way they understand and maybe they'll win a frame for $25. They'll win a whole bike or whatever, and then you can introduce that to somebody new, and you'll be like, fuck, I never done it, and how do you ride this bike? But I mean, this shit happens.
just don't let him talk to Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I don't know if the guys ever won, bro.
So tune in next week. We're gonna post this out. We're gonna post this flyer out for next week's show, but oh man, you know what? You'll see it. You'll see it. But I just booked the following week. What is it for the for the 8th, I believe. The 8th, I booked somebody really, really good. So you'll get to see that guy, and he knows.
Yep.
Oh gosh,
Man.
another AZ guy. Just let y'all know, and he's a heavy hitter. So.
Hey, remember, I'm not from AZ, New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico. I keep saying, you know what? You guys are always together, and it always messes me up.
Well, Arizona
okay, you know what? It's payback because I thought you spoke Spanish and you didn't speak Spanish, so you're from Arizona.
Oh my God.
Arizona is our sister state.
Oh, okay. See, I live here.
Nah, man, they're the balloon ride, son. That's New Mexico.
But much love for everybody. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Hey, Aaron, thank you, man, for gracing us with this show. I mean, it was great. Stilo Kustomz guys on Instagram, hit them up. Make sure to be patient. Okay, don't be a dick. And he's one guy building. He's one guy.
You know what's crazy, man? Like, this is my first time actually talking to him.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I know him. Like, we've never even met. You know what I'm saying? But we've been following each other for a bit now, so that's kind of cool.
For the longest time, I thought his name was Wayne Wigglesworth. I ain't even gonna lie.
So yeah, man, this is cool, man. We've been following you for a while, and I'm glad I got to chop it up with you tonight, man. This was a great
likewise,
episode.
man.
Yeah. So,
Likewise.
do you have any shout-outs? Any last words?
Nah, man, just shout out to the bike fam, and then anybody that wants to build, just do it. It ain't nothing to it, but to do it, just do it.
There you go.
Like I said, the first frame I bought, bro, it was so hard to make that first cut, but that's where you start. So I say, cut it.
Yep. I'm a welder now. Art Ramirez said I'm a welder.
There you go. I was trying to tell you by a roll today.
That's it. I'm
You know what I
done.
mean? So,
I'm done.
yeah.
So so tune in next week for Billy Buenos. Thank you guys very much for tuning into this special show on the 20th episode. We're gonna have the 21st, and it's just gonna keep on going. It's been a hell of a ride, and
Yes.
so thank you guys very much. And if you ain't got a bike, get a bike. Stop being lazy in your goddamn life. I'm out. We out.
They-
Alright, when I was a kid, riding bikes was a big deal. Everybody in the neighborhood had a bike. Now me personally, I had a mountain bike. Not just any mountain bike, it was a big-ass mountain bike.
Just the roll call, yeah, I'm about to call them out. Roll out without a doubt, we brought all the bikes out. Bike life, state to state, city to city. I'm a hot spot roller, I roll in any city. What you know about me? I'm Mr. Life Behind Bars. This is HSR, original all-star. I'm the bike life road cap king of rap. The last album was a classic, this one is a rap. I'ma kick it off in Cali, I'ma sing through fire. Connected with Wiggles and Jeff, now I bang through the wire. Motor City Trailblazer, I'm connected with Chain Gang. I've been a straight dog, DDC support everything. I'm a east side rider, my baby, I'm everywhere. When you see us on our bike, my baby, I'm everywhere. I'm in Pontiac with it, I'm riding with light riders. Up at 313, don't let nobody divide us. What up, Los Riders? And the OPP, I got a pretty on a pretty psycho roller with me. You know my squad up, just us, leaving the skid mark. I'm looking at a queen, and they shine like diamond. Dog pound and piccata, let me remind you, I'm a biker with an attitude. BWA, I'm in the mud with it. She mobbing day. Ain't no limit, ain't no gimmicks, what I can do in a day. 20 plus with no fuss, I can do it today. We really pushing on them pedals, we can do it today. You know I'm racked up. When I put it on the road, you know I'm everywhere. Detroit to Toledo, Glass City Cruisers, them 75 riders. Can't forget about them rats, touchdown to T-Town. I got nothing but love for peace riders, and you know that. I never been soft-spoken, bike life, know that. I'ma keep riding until I fall out riders. I got love for the bandits, the NEB. I'm the truth, cause I got that glow. I'm a thoroughbred, pushing on them pedals for show. You know I'm representing unity, can't forget the morning show.
Come on, crazy.
You know I had to do it, bro. This the roll call, I'ma do it big and better. Life Behind Bars brought us together.
I'ma hit 'em with the roll call.
It's a bike life roll call.
Bike life.
It's a bike life
I'ma hit 'em
roll
with
call.
the roll call.
It's a bike life roll call.
Bike life.
It's a bike life
I'ma hit
roll
'em with
call.
the roll call.
It's a bike life roll call.
Bike life.
It's a bike life
Roll
roll
out before
call.
the roll call.
It's a bike life roll call.
Bike life.
It's a bike life roll call.
When I dropped Volume 1, was waiting to hear the feedback. I got a lot of love from clubs and didn't expect that. From Cleveland Cruisers, 1-8 Riders and D-Back, the Syndicate, Rhythm Riders and even Wolfpack. Punk head bullies, can't forget about the Middletons. Brothers of color, pedal up, yeah, we get it in. Banging the lane bangers, the Scorchers, Maserati, I'm riding 8 hangers. D-West, Night Riders, in D-Town, just dipping riders, we riding all around town. The Chopper Death Road, Crash James and Mom Riders, Bulldog, Dead Gremlins, all our riders, exclusive. Can't forget about Wayne. I'm the bike life road cap, say my name. I'm an easy rider.
It's a bike life roll
Chop
call.
Huey Kustomz,
It's a bike life roll
Chicago
call.
Tail Draggers,
It's a bike life roll
Hammer
call.
and Cycle,
It's a bike life roll call.
Bikes and Murder,
It's a bike life roll call.
Psycho Junkie,
It's a bike life roll call.
Keytown Riders,
It's a bike life roll call.
Lady Riders,
It's a bike life roll call.
DTM,
It's a bike life roll
Low
call.
Life Riders,
It's a bike life roll call.
Hell Riders.
It's a bike life
I'm
roll
going
call.
ape shit,
It's a bike life roll call.
Wicked Ways,
It's a bike life roll call.
Patina Customs,
It's a bike life roll call.
Asylum Bike,
It's a bike life roll call.
Rat Ride,
It's a bike life roll call.
LDR,
It's a bike life roll call.
Warm,
It's a bike life roll
Scrap
call.
Faza.
It's a bike life roll
This
call.
is bike life.
It's a bike life roll call.
Road
It's a bike life roll call.
Light it up.
It's a bike life roll call.
Coda Customs.
It's a bike life roll call.
Sinister.
It's a bike life roll call.
Bayou Cruisers.
It's a bike life roll call.
Pianitos.
It's a bike life roll
The
call.
Tajinos.
It's a bike life roll call.
Bike life.
It's a bike life
I'ma hit 'em
roll
with
call.
the roll call.
It's a bike life roll call.
Bike life.
It's a bike life
I'ma hit 'em
roll
with the
call.
roll call.
It's a bike life roll call.
Bike life.
It's a bike life
Roll out
roll
before
call.
the roll call.
It's a bike life roll call.
Bike life.
It's a bike life roll call.
And this goes out